This video will show you how to build an awesome gate just like this. Starting with a decorated door, you can see that I've added chains with skulls and some soul lanterns. The door opens and shuts with the press of a button, and without further ado, let's show you how to build it. I'll start out by excavating a 5x3 area that goes down 5 blocks. I'll place 4 sticky pistons side by side and then 4 normal pistons on top of that. And then I'll go ahead and follow up with some sand and then add some repeaters to the bottom. Now make sure you add 1 tick to each of them, and then you can add some redstone to the bottom. And now initially I take the redstone to this left side, but that doesn't end up working. I end up having to change this build and go with the redstone to the right side, just because the redstone length is 15 in terms of how far it can travel. You can also solve this by adding a repeater on your redstone line. Next, I'll go across the top of the second line of pistons and add some redstone so that they get powered when they're pushed up. Next, we'll excavate a little area for a push button, and that's just a temporary placeholder for the ultimate build. Next, we'll add some fences for our actual gate portion. Now you can use any type of fences you want. I'm using just bamboo here for the show build, but it makes it just easier to show you guys exactly what I'm doing without a bunch of frills. And then we'll add some grass blocks and some pistons, and this will be the closing portion of this build. You can see I add redstones on both sides so that we can activate all those pistons. And then we'll just make the redstone travel down towards the level so that we can activate this more easily. You can use redstone torches to be able to move straight down, but you need to make sure that the redstone that you're interacting with is on the same level. If it's diagonal, it won't work. So you can see when I press the redstone there, it activates it, and then we'll go down and do this double redstone trick in order to be able to go straight down with the redstone. And then we'll close it off with the button on the front of that block so that we can activate it. It's important to use these buttons to test your gate so that you can see where exactly a problem is if a problem does show up. So by putting a button at a halfway point, then you can see, oh, this part of the circuit works, and then, oh, this part of the circuit works. You'll see here I reshape how the redstone is so that it goes towards the right side like I was talking about earlier. And that just offers me a little bit more length without adding a repeater. And then we'll cover it up just to make it look a little nicer and add some walls for the gate. You can see there, when I activate it, it will open up by the sand pushing the fence up. And if you do walk through it too quick, you'll fall into the sand a little bit. And then if you press the top button, it pushes it all the way back down. And you can open and shut it just like that.